One of the key reasons why many organizations look to UpGuard is to reduce the time it takes to perform and document a vendor risk assessment. UpGuard allows you to create and store auditable risk assessments for any of your monitored vendors. The risk assessment feature enables you to specify the evidence reviewed as part of the assessment and document your findings based on this evidence. You can record who conducted the assessment, set a reassessment date, export the assessment as a PDF, and make the assessment visible within the app to all the users of your account. You can now also send remediation requests from within risk assessments, enabling you to track the progress of each item under remediation and have a record of the remediation request embedded directly into the point-in-time risk assessment. Let's jump into the demo to see how this works. Before I create a risk assessment, I need to be monitoring a vendor. This can be a new or existing vendor. Once I've selected a vendor I want to assess, I'll select Risk Assessment from the sidebar. Since I haven't assessed the vendor before, the page is empty. I'll click the Conduct Assessment button to proceed. The next step is to gather and select the evidence I wish to use as part of the risk assessment. There are a variety of ways to do this. I can select risks identified through automated scanning of domains and IP addresses, include risks from a security questionnaire or send a new one, upload additional evidence, or request access to shared assets that the vendor has made available. Based on the evidence selected, UpGuard will categorize and display the relevant risks to review, so I can decide what action to take for each risk. As part of this step, I can also request remediation for any risks I believe the vendor can or should resolve. To do this, I'll navigate to the top of the Review Risk section and to Remediation Summary, which allows me to create or amend a remediation request linked to the risk assessment. I'll click on the Request Remediation button to select any risk that I want to be remediated. Upon requesting remediation, the status of the risks will be shown in the remediation summary. This will allow me to add or remove risks from the request, click through to the request to view more details on its progress, or correspond with the vendor. Something helpful to know is that I can still complete the rest of my assessment while remediation is in progress. The remediation summary will continue to update within the completed assessment until it is eventually closed. After reviewing the risks, it's time to write up any corresponding notes that I wish to include in the Add Commentary section. This section may be used to document any risks I intend to remediate or risk waivers that I'm going to create for risks that have sufficient controls in place. Now that I've finished conducting the risk assessment, I'll click on Complete Assessment and choose a date to reassess the vendor in the future as the last step. Now you're able to send remediation requests, follow the progress of each item under remediation, and keep a record of the remediation request all within a risk assessment, making it more efficient than ever for you to track and monitor the risk assessment of your vendors. This feature is now available for all customers using risk assessments. If you have any questions, please ask them in the Q&A or contact support@upguard.com. Thanks for watching.